All right, let's dive in. Today we're deconstructing the Medicomat 7D NLS system. It's a personal health device that makes some pretty extraordinary claims. So what we're going to do is break down exactly what this system says it can do and how that promise is presented to someone who might be thinking about buying it. Let's get started. Right off the bat, the source material hits you with this really powerful and, ambitious claim. This one sentence sets the entire stage for a system that promises to put total health management directly into anyone's hands. It's really the core idea we're going to be exploring.
So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the promise of home healthcare itself. Then, we'll dig into how it claims to work, what it says it can diagnose, the therapies it supposedly offers, and finally, what the whole user experience is meant to be like.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the core concept. This promise that you can go way beyond just tracking your steps and actually start diagnosing and treating yourself all from the comfort of your own home. A huge part of the appeal here is how accessible it's all supposed to be. The promotional material really emphasizes that you don't need a medical degree, you don't need any special training to use it. The whole system is positioned as a tool for self-reliance, with the promise of video training and online support to get you going.
So what exactly are we talking about here? What does it claim you can find out? Well, the range is, honestly, it's incredibly broad. It says it covers everything from spotting viruses and checking blood counts to predicting diseases years before they happen and even telling you which specific foods are good or bad for you.
But how? How does this device claim it can gather all of that information? Well, the answer, according to the source, lies in a technology it's based on: bioresonance and something called NLS, or nonlinear systems.
So the core idea behind this tech is that it analyzes electromagnetic waves coming from your brainstem. The central claim here is that these specific waves hold the complete health blueprint for your entire body. So how does that actually translate into a process for the user? Well, the promotional text breaks it down into four main steps. First, some kind of emitter sends out a frequency. Then, sensors in the headphones supposedly read how your cells respond. After that, the system analyzes all this feedback through the brainstem's waves, and finally, it turns all that data into visual models of your organs on the screen. And to back all this up, the source makes a very specific claim. It states that the accuracy of its virtual organ models is somewhere between 85 and 95%. This number is really presented as proof that the system is reliable. All right, so with that technical claim as the foundation, what can a user actually do with the system? Let's take a look at the specific diagnostic functions that are described in the software. According to the source, the system is really built around three main pillars. You've got a function for detecting issues inside the body, another one for analyzing external things like food, and then a third function for applying what it calls repair treatments. And just to give you a sense of the scale of that body detection function, the source material says the system references a list of 120,000 items. This massive database is supposedly what ensures accuracy across what it describes as 12 major body systems and over 4,000 diseases. Then you have that second function, item analysis, which takes this whole idea into the outside world. The concept is that you can test things like supplements or food to see if they'll have a good or bad effect on your body, helping you, and I'm quoting here, to mediate a balanced life state. But here's the thing. This system is presented as way more than just a diagnostic tool. It also claims to be a therapeutic one. And that brings us to its supposed ability to provide therapy and even help you prepare your own remedies. The main therapy method is called metatherapy. Its stated goal, and this is taken directly from the source, is to correct a deranged intra-bodily balance. And it claims to do this using frequency combinations that are designed to resonate with whatever health issue you're facing. And the source describes two different ways you can receive this therapy. There's a direct method, where you get the frequencies straight from the device itself, and then there's an indirect method, where those same frequencies are supposedly transferred into something like water, which you then drink. Building on that indirect idea, the material also claims that the system can be used to create your own preparations for chronic disorders. It even lists these four substances: lactose, alcohol, paraffin, and water, as possible bases for these remedies that you'd make yourself. So, how does all this come together for the actual user? Let's look at what the experience of using this device is claimed to be like. The user journey is presented as being incredibly simple. The claim is there's no special prep needed, no fasting or anything. A full-body scan apparently takes just 30 minutes, and you get immediate results in a visual format that's supposed to be really easy to understand.
So to kind of sum up the big appeal, the source lists these key advantages. It's positioned as a quick, painless, harmless, inexpensive, and reliable way to get a really deep insight into your own health. You know, a key part of the psychological appeal seems to be that visual feedback. The material suggests that users get really excited because they can supposedly see their organs improving right there on the screen, which, it says, really boosts their confidence.
So in the end, when you put it all together, the Medicomat 7D NLS is framed as this complete, self-contained ecosystem for your personal health. It's presented as an all-in-one device that covers everything from analysis and prediction to direct therapy and even creating your own remedies.
And all of this really brings us to a final, much larger question that technologies like this raise. As these increasingly complex devices move out of clinics and labs and into our living rooms, it really makes you think about where the responsibility for our health truly lies. That's definitely something to consider. Thanks for joining me.